would imagine sometimes that would happen. I
Okay.
can't say I've ever seen it myself.
Okay.
I think if you approach it correctly with a buyer,
Mm-hmm.
and you have a mortgage lender that approaches it correctly also, that
Mm-hmm.
the job of the realtor and the lender together is to help the buyer understand before they ever go on a showing
Mm-hmm.
what their housing payment's going to be for that
Yeah.
house
Mm-hmm.
and what their cash to close is going to be.
Yep.
So there's so many different loan programs out there. I mean, you can do a zero down for conventional, you can do zero down payment FHA, you can do
Mm-hmm.
zero down USDA, you can do zero down VA loan.
Mm-hmm.
So for someone to underwrite themselves in a way and decide like I don't qualify,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's the right approach for a buyer.
Right.
But for a lender, it's not the right approach to say this is what you should be spending.
Okay.
So the way that I've come to approach pre-approvals
Mm-hmm.
is I always pre-approve the buyer for the best program for them up to
Mm-hmm.
their maximum monthly housing payment.
Got it.
And that realtor needs to know that, because if the buyer's shopping right at the edge of what they qualify for,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes property taxes can absolutely make or break a purchase. You might
Yep.
have the purchase, your buying power from purchase price might vary by 20 or 30,000
Mm-hmm.
just based on what the taxes are for a specific house.
Got it.
You buy a house with lower property taxes, you have 30 grand more in buying power.
Yeah.
And so if someone's right on the edge of what they qualify for, that might be the situation they're in. And so when I pre-approve them, we figure out that max, and then
Mm-hmm.
we give them a breakdown that lets them see pretty much exact numbers for any house
Mm-hmm.
as far as monthly payment goes and
Got it.
cash to close. And that
Okay.
it lets them be aggressive when it's time to write, because uncertainty is
Mm-hmm.
the biggest holdup for buyers. They might want to write an offer on a house and they might really want that house, but if they're not certain on what the numbers look like,
Mm-hmm.
they're not going to be able to make a confident, strong offer.
True.
And
Yep.
so getting to that first before you ever go on showing, and I
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't say that because you got to go on some showing, you're working internet leads, like you got to go on a couple of showings to build some rapport with them.
Mm-hmm.
But if they want to see, 10 houses in a weekend, that's a big investment. Like
Right.
you
Like
got to get them to
some.
invest in a pre-approval first, make sure
Right.
they qualify.
Mm-hmm.
So if you approach it that way, you'll never find yourself in a position where you feel like you're steering
Mm-hmm.
someone,
Mm-hmm.
because you're giving them the tools, you're giving them the answers, the numbers, and then you're helping them down the path.
Right.
And you'll connect with them and have that relationship where. So I guess I could see it happening.
Mm-hmm.
I've never experienced that myself though.